So what's caught your eye this week, Nina?
Well, the thing is, whatever you discuss, you cannot ignore the Ukraine situation. That consumes us all. It consumes every news programme. You can't watch without being completely obsessed with it or traumatised by it. I mean, so people have been sitting there in front of their tellies like me saying, what can we do, what can we do, what can we do? And when the Homes for Refugees scheme was announced, I mean, the British people are wonderful. They are so generous. Within days, 100,000 people were offering their homes, and now it's up to 200,000. But the problem is that the Home Office has actually impeded this wonderful generosity. These are people fleeing from a war zone. They've lost their homes, their families, their lives, their country, everything. They're traumatised. These are women and children that, the husbands, the partners are fighting. They don't know whether they're going to see them again or they're going to see their country again. What possible threat can these people pose to our country? And yet, there are these horrendous stories coming out of people waiting, 4 weeks in Poland, 5 weeks in Paris. They cannot somehow get through the visa system. The visa is a logjam. And I noticed an interesting thing in the Times today, in the Times editorial, which has its control versus compassion. And, we are humiliated and shamed by I feel that, by our country's lack of response. And the shambles, the Home Office is completely shambolic. I mean, the fact that they couldn't organise it, something better. I don't know if you know this, but there's the company running the 24-hour helpline for the refugee schemes is called Teleperformance. And it's a French-owned company. Now, because it's a French-owned company, it means it is barred from accessing the Home Office database for security reasons. Now, why would the Home Office give this job, knowing that this was going to happen, to a French-based company? It seems utterly outrageous. I don't understand it.
Well, I can sympathise with this, Nina. I mean, I think there should be some security checks on people coming into the country, because I think if we didn't have security checks, those people coming over would be, the Russian intelligence security people would infiltrate. They would infiltrate.
There's women and children.
I know, but women can be parts of the Russian security service.
I understand.
So I think they might infiltrate it, and so I think we have to have security checks. But I'm absolutely with you that the process is taking far too long, and we've got lots of constituents who have offered up their homes.
Who have been those people you're talking about.
They've offered up their homes, like you said. They've been very generous. They've actually paid for accommodation for people in Poland while they've been waiting to get their visas. And the process has been absolutely shambolic and tortuous. And every day we chase up cases for our constituents and say, where's it up to? Where's it up to? And I think the Home Office in themselves admit that
Priti Patel
is
today in the papers has said she's apologising for the frustrating delays in visas. And I think you're right. And I think that was an apt title, Control versus Compassion. Yes, we need to control it, but you know what? We can see what's going on. These people are fleeing from the most horrendous situation. And some of the tactics now that Putin is using to try and win this war, bombing railway stations, horrendous thing that I've seen now, explosives in children's toys to spread fear and paranoia amongst all the Ukrainian citizens. Horrendous.
Compare that to our local council's response, as detailed in the Daily Mail today, where the councils have got to go out and check the accommodation being offered. They're being turned down because there's an inch-high step, or there's not a guard on the rail. These people have escaped from shelters with no possession.
Yeah, I'm sure they can get up a step.
I'm sure
if
they
it's
can.
An inch too high.
If they've travelled across war-torn Ukraine to get here, it just seems a ridiculous situation. And I wonder how long Priti Patel can go on in her job, because this is just it's another shambolic situation. And the Home Office, it's completely. It seems unprofessional. To me, it's an unprofessional organisation. We just don't seem to be able to step up to the plate in any way at all. Yeah.